Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love music. I'm a musician myself. In fact, I'm a drummer. And a long time ago, I think it was around like 1998, I just finished my study and I played in a great band, a jazz, a funk, rock combo called Strange Fruit. The trumpet player and I, we really connected well.
Ja, super.
So what are you saying? Anyway, as I finished my studies, I needed a job. And that was very difficult for me to get. I sent out about 70 applications and no one wanted me. So there was a little problem. Luckily, the trumpet player, he did have a job and he landed a job with the company for me at which he was working. At that company, we made all kinds of crazy, cool online concepts, and we were traveling around and selling them like mad. One concept that we worked on in our spare time was an online music community through which you could find unsigned bands called Tune. And everywhere we came, we tried to launch Tune and find some investors. And finally, we hit the fucking jackpot. We found some investors who were crazy about the idea. So, we were very proud that they liked our ideas, and within a couple of days, we set up the contracts to form a new company. Our own new company. Now, with these contracts came in that we owned 10% of that company, we would be directors, and we were bringing in one assignment at which they said, listen, we're going to multiply this. And we believed these guys. I mean, they had it all. They had the contacts, they had the companies, they had the money, and they had the pinstripe suits. My parents asked me, well, who's going to be doing all the work? And above all, are these companies of these guys really doing as well as they say? I neglected it and said, hey, what the hell do you know? We have a once in a lifetime opportunity to make it here, so we're going to do it. And everything was set up. So, and we hit the market. We were putting in like 80, 120 hours a week. We were getting big assignments, we were getting small assignments, and we were bringing in tens of thousands of guilders. Now, guilders, for some of you, that's the shit we used to pay with before we got the euros. And at a certain point, it just went great. It exploded, and it went on and on and on. And we were big-ass directors. We had crazy cars owned by the lease companies. We had fantastic offices, which we rented from the investors. And these investors, they really hit us up with cool advice whenever, wherever it was possible. Until we started getting bills of all the advice. And these bills, they came from our investors, and they run in the thousands and thousands of guilders. And then it hit us. We were actually, with our turnover, we were financing the not so well-doing companies of the investors, and we were just financing them. All the money went there. And that really hit us, because we hadn't thought about it, and we were fucked. And we wanted to get out of it. We started negotiating with these guys, but it didn't go nowhere. So, now you have two overly ambitious young men sitting in a rented apartment, because our office was 2 hours away from where we live, and looking at each other saying, now what? Because basically we had nothing, we had no backup and nowhere to go. So we sat together, we looked at each other, and we made a pact like brothers. We said, okay, we started out with nothing, and in this case, we're going to leave with nothing. Because this has got to quit. We're just working to keep other companies afloat. So we were just going to blow everything up and go and leave. So in the morning, we packed our ample belongings, got it in our car, and we went past the shareholders and said, okay, guys, we're going to quit. We're going to leave. If you want to go after us with legal shit, good luck, because as they say in Holland, you can't pluck no feathers from a bald chicken. And we went home to our girlfriends in Groningen. The next day arrived, and there we were, broke as fuck. Nothing. We had nothing. And we asked ourselves, what went wrong and how could we have prevented this? The first thing that hit us is be self-aware. If you have an idea, start knowing yourself, know your weak spots, also know your positive points, and stay true to that. If you want to start something, be self-aware and stay true to that. Secondly, if you have an idea, never, ever, ever sell out. It's your idea and it's for other people to follow. If you sell out, you lose. Always stay in control. Just like a drummer. You lay down the beat and you decide the tempo and you let that fucking crowd move their heads along. But you decide. Don't sell out. Third, if you're looking at contracts and if you're... I still got 52 seconds, so 52 fuck off.
No.
That's a fuck up.
52 seconds. What? No. What?
Yeah.
It's in red.
It's
in red. The color red means no. But please.
I'll finish. So. No, you fucked
sorry,
up my speech. What the fuck up is this, bro? Okay. But that's the most important point. Listen to the advice of the people who love you. The people who have nothing to gain except your own well-being. Your friends, your family, and your partner. And I hope that today, with the example I gave you, remember to stay true to yourself and don't let anybody take anything for you and just do your own thing. And I want to give you something, and I hope you catch it. So, you catch it, you catch it, and you catch it. So, next time when you have a problem, please hold that stick, and if you ain't got no stick, buy a drumstick and be that drummer and lay down your tracks. You decide on the tempo and you let that crowd move. And that's your thing. Thank you very much.